Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Run.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Tight end right. Good. 30. Zebra. Ready, hunt.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Flush to his right. And an alley to run. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Hey, 20. Good. Waiting.
Tannehill on 1st down. And Stills over the middle. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Let's go. Block. Check.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
On second down now, Adams. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing his car on third down. He completes it to Bryant. A big gain of 31 on third down.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's the fullback now. It's Keith Smith. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Lauren's guy able to bring him down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. On the toss, this is Adams. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Monday down.
They'll run with a big man. This is Adams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
I like the reasoning. It's too far for a field goal, and it's too short to really get a big field position edge on a punt. Let's go for it. And
looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Go, 28!
After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And got his man complete. A big play there for the Dolphins. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He dumps it off to Drake. What an effort. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one. Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them. Now on first down, Drake again. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Let's go! Chip left. 50.
Tannehill hands to Drake. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you will too. You're without a doubt. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice. And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive. Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. On second down, Adams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Monday down. It's 7:34.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. To throw his Carr. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Kenyon Drake on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And we've got a penalty marker down here as he's able to get this only to the 20-yard line. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Carr now on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he will score. Touchdown, Miami. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Dances by him. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, typically down in the first half. I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Carr. Steps away to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Raiders on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
You got 4. You got 4. Check. 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 White Monday down. Right 52. Right 52. That's it.
They'll run it here with Adams. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Get down, get down. Blue 80. Express.
They do go for it. It's Carr. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He was looking to get it to LaFell there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. Three down. Down. 180. Go. Get set. 6:37. 24.
To throw again. Carr. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And the ledger for them
certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, Tannehill. And the Raiders have got him.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Coverage there by Dexter McDonald.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Harris now to return. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Wake in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Raider one.
On 1st down, Adams, nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd down. Carr, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Raiders on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
637.
Carr going to throw. Buying time to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
694.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now Carr. Flushed out right. Able to get away. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hey, 4 down.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Cameron Wake able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So they'll come away with nothing here. A disappointing result even on a day like this.
And as a kicker in the rain, you've got to slow things down a little bit. Give your holder an extra half second to make sure everything's secure. And here, he might have rushed this one a little, and it winds up no good.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Tannehill. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tannehill. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there. We keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Drake off the give from Tannehill. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
This has not been a banner game for the defense, not in any shape or form, but I love what they're doing right now. My admiration for them really is jumping up. What a great stand defensively, trying their best to keep them out of the end zone.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start. Return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Checking things elsewhere, third quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll run on first down. Adams. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 637.
Throwing on first down is Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Carl try it again on 2nd down. And he completes it to Jordy Nelson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Nelson's first catch. Good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Adams. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They've been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
He sets to fire deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Melvin. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
6-18.
Now after the INT, it's Carr going up top. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. LaFell, the intended receiver. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Drake will start the drive on the ground. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. On the give, this is Drake. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, we got 3, we got 3. 3 down.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Again, here's Adams. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Hey, 734. Low.
Carr now to throw.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taking it around the 40. Whoosh. Oh, another great move. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing now, Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's Tannehill. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, you need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it'll bring up third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. On first and goal, Drake. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on second and goal. Tannehill going to throw it. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a third and goal.
And there's a nice catch by Mike Gesicki, the rookie out of Penn State. And partner, you saw him when you were covering Big Ten football. He didn't block very many people, but that's not what they asked him to do. They asked him to go downfield and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Absolutely right, and he can do it with the best of them.
Yeah, and how about him in his high school video? Did you ever see any of that with him dunking basketballs and spiking volleyballs? His athletic ability is off the charts.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on fourth and goal. Tannehill keeps on the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. On first and 10, here's Carr. Well, it's caught on the right side. It's Smith. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Carr. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. That's that's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will extend this big lead. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
There's pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
On the give, this is their fullback. So we got 3 on one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.